Hello, world. WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Typical, I've managed to create a new world and got stuck in a tree, and due to my fast thinking, I managed to get myself out of that tree, and hopefully no more tree will manage to torment me. So I'm a little down in my health, so hopefully this new age will not kill me right away because that would just suck. Anyways, let's get out of our cheaty pants mode because that's just not fair. And well, this is going to be the age where I'm going to do as much Thaumcraft stuff as I can. I don't want to destroy any of my main base because that would just be bad. And I made this a birch forest because if I am correct, the more living things that spawn right away on world generation, the more ambient Vs there will be in the atmosphere. Well, I don't have any way to judge the amount of Vs that is around here, so I'm probably going to have to find some sort of imaginative solution. Anyways, what I'm going to do is quickly check if there's any instability by looking at my descriptive book. Take a few deep breaths in my age 13 world, and it doesn't seem like anything was really added except like a green bit right here, green sunset. So I think what we'll do is start a little Thaumcraft. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to make any fancy pants building right now, seeing as there's not too much of a point right now since I'm not really situated at all. Maybe if I find some sort of fancy tree somewhere, which is not likely to happen, but maybe I'll just set up shop quickly near the water, but I won't stray too far from my linking pad over here. Then again, I don't want to keep my descriptive book out in the open because I want to keep it just in case I, well, lose it. So maybe I'll go over to this nice little water area so that we can get our first few things done. Ooh, actually this would probably be a very good place to set up. We got a bunch of Zycraft crystals, and there's something over there that really piques my interest. No, that's probably more Zycraft. Stuff that I don't think I have a use for yet. Yep, it's more Zycraft. We got some more amber over there, some quicksilver. Got an enderman, which will be always useful. And we got some rocky bees, which I am actually starting to experiment with. But we had a little too much bee episodes for now, so I think I'll leave those for a later time. Anyways, let's get out of here, find a nice little spot, maybe around here. This will be a good clay place, actually, for starting with Red Power. Get out of here, pig. I don't want you here. As he continually invades my private space. Okay, so let's get a few things situated. We're going to need, obviously, our nice little handy-dandy crafting table. And first of all, even though it's not strictly Thaumcraft, I'm going to go ahead and make an inert stone, which is probably in the wrong recipe pattern. Once again, let's see. Inert. Inert stone. Okay, so it's a little less expensive than I originally thought. It actually requires the golds to be in the center, surrounded by stone and iron. And then we'll just combine it with shards of minium, and we'll get a nice fancy pantsy minium stone. And large water containers, probably, no, it's not probably, it's definitely other stuff. So let's see. C. And I have a portable crafting grid, so if I need to, I'll just go, ooh. I told you before, Pahamar, stop being a genius. It's starting to get on people's nerves. Anyway, so get out of here. We're going to need to start with a little Thaumcraft. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is make one wand. So just a simple wand. I think we'll use a water shard, but we need to get some ingots, some gold nuggets. Okay, that was your last straw. And we just take the gold nugget, a little stick and attach a water shard onto it, and we get a wand of the apprentice. Now let's see, it should charge off of the ambient Vs, though it doesn't seem like that is happening. It's currently holding 1 Vs and is not charging, so maybe there's a config option. One moment. Okay, 2 things. One, found some Thaumcraft masterpiece over here. So another one of those Thaumcraft dungeons, and 2, my wand of the apprentice has charged up, so I think we'll be good. And I was just flying around using NEI, because yeah, nothing was generating. But now that this generated, I think I'm good. So let's get in here. We're going to need to check around, and we got a nice few little presents over here. Okay, some spawners. And I think what I'm going to do is not do anything here yet, because I'm gonna need to get some actual stuff to attack. You know, some lights would be very good. Wait a second, how can I get coal using equivalent exchange? See, I can use that, or I can get coal ore. That could help. That's not too helpful, is it? Come on, there must be some other method. Oh well. You'd think I would have died because of that arrow. Okay, I think I might be able to just go back to the overworld quickly, my domain quickly, and just grab a few materials, or I can go look here. There might be some coal that I left in the chest. It's probably not likely. Nope, some pig fat. So I'll just quickly make a furnace, just get some of this wood to cookify, and then I'll tackle that area with some torches in hand, because that might be the gentleman thing to do. 8 torches should be more than enough, so let's attack this little mini stronghold and see what we can get. Gonna need to light this place up, but judging by the fact that I managed to one-hit most of this stuff, I think we're gonna be in good form. And we got another shardaminium. So let's light these up, because they're the main perpetrators of our problems. We can save them for soul shards, because we're going to need those eventually. And let's see what type of stuff we have in here. Hope there's no creepers. And we got Thaumanomicon. And let's see, do we get any... Ooh, we got a lot of good stuff with this, but we do have some bronze legging, which isn't really useful. Some experience seems to be revolving around me, and I don't know if I like it. Let's go with the I don't like it, and just get some of this. This emerald will be useful. And I'm probably going to restart my game, because that's starting to give me a headache. I don't like the circly spherey thingy going around my head. It's like prom night. Ooh, I do not want to relive that. Okay, did you go away? Okay, that's good. So this place is a little tackled, and it's probably... Ooh, I shouldn't leave that shardaminium. What can I drop? Why do I have snowballs? I don't know. Okay, let's see what we can actually make with Thaumcraft, because there are a few things I know how to make, but most of the stuff I do not know. Now, just giving you a heads up, the research, I don't want to be spoilers, don't want to give spoilers or anything, but I think that's the best way for us to learn together. I know Direwolf20 doesn't want to give spoilers for the fact that, well, he was during a time where, well, you couldn't do anything about it, because either you watched it and gained information or you didn't, but he didn't want to give spoilers because no one had the mod yet. Anyways, let's try to start this. Now, the first thing that we're going to need to do is gather some form of light source. Non-light source, a heat source. So let's check if we can make some netherrack really easily. No, we cannot, using what I know, but lava might be a bit easier to find. if we can get anything using equivalent exchange. No, we cannot. So what we're going to need to do is get some sort of light source and plop it down here, and we're going to need to place a cauldron. So let's create a cauldron. It's the vanilla cauldron, and it's simple. Just take the cauldron, and apparently you can make iron nuggets. So let's see, this is 8 iron, and that seems like some form of exploit, seeing as you can get more by breaking up the material than you can from the individual material itself. That seems a little exploity, so maybe there's a problem with that. Okay, so let's just make another book to this crafting area, and we'll want it somewhere central. Let's put it here so we know where we are. Make the book. Here we go. And then we'll make a linking book stand so that we can bring them all back here. Let's get the lava. Okay, we should be ready. Let's put the water bucket in here first of all. And we have a lava bucket, and this is some interesting stuff about the lava bucket. Okay, so let's just pen it in, see if we have any sand, and yes we do. Let's throw that down, and we're going to need to put it on the ground because we'll start the boiling process. But first of all, let's get rid of some of our stuff that we're not going to use right away. The emeralds, probably not. Diamonds, we're probably going to want to use for researching, and we will need to get some paper. So I'm not sure where we're going to put the paper from, and let's first make our nice thaumatic, what's-its-face. Yes, the thaumatic what's-its-face. What a good name. So we just drop this gold ingot into the cauldron. That was very odd. Drop this in the cauldron. Or not. Okay, so apparently we no longer need to spend the gold nugget. Or maybe it's just glitching on me. Okay, so water bucket, let's just put this in. Put it in. We might be able to do something else. Probably not. Let's just put that in. Let's wait for it to boil. Probably, oh, that hurts, that hurts. Apparently boiling water hurts. Interesting. Okay, so it obviously means I need to record my findings, so let's get some stuff that we're going to need to record with. We're going to need some paper, so that means we should probably put a reed farm along this area. So let's go back to the overworld, go to our mini nexus here, go behind us, we'll grab some of the stuff behind us here, and it's almost nighttime, so we should probably get that all ready. So let's just grab all the reeds because they're kind of useless in the overworld right now. And we'll grab some water while we're here, and it's been quite a while since I've been in here actually, now that I think of it. Ah, poor overworld. So neglected. Though it is for a good reason. You just kind of suck. Okay, I guess we might as well leave some of the reeds here because we're going to want some in a later date. So let's just hop back in Time's Domain, hop back into age 13, and then we'll be able to get everything else going. So, reeds. We'll put a good healthy amount around this area, first of all, and maybe 20. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I know sand makes it grow faster, so I'll have to keep an eye on that later on. And we'll make some paper. 18 paper should be good enough. Now, next thing we're going to want to make is a Thaumanomicon. So we'll take the bookshelf, and as you know, you just place it down, right-click, and we got a Thaumanomicon, and our aura is recharged in our wand. So let's look around here. So there are a bunch of things that we can do. We can make some research notes using a bunch of the knowledge fragments from our areas. So I might read up on this stuff later, but there are a few things that we need to get right away. So silver wood will be useful, great wood. This stuff will be very interesting for me to read on my own, but you guys can read that on your own, and I think it'd be very boring for me to just read everything like that. So we need to make some tables. So we can make an arcane workbench, and we're going to need to make a scribing tools. That's a shapeless recipe, but we need to use tables as well. So 3 tables in total, and let's make that. Actually, yeah, 3 tables. So we're going to also need to make some of these wooden planks, and I think we're going to need some more, and this will be good. There we go. And we got some tables, and over here. So, first of all, table. Place down in the world next to the tree, right click, and we get a nice crafting table. Not sure the name of it, but oh well. Now we're going to also put these 2 tables here, and we're going to need to get some scribing tools. So that means we need to go get some ink from some form of squid. So we're going to need to find a squid, and judging by the fact that there's so much water here, that shouldn't be too bad. But we do have some new types of... Huh? How'd that get there? I honestly have no idea how that happened. 1 single ink sac from this. If the squid drowned, so help me God. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got 1 little ink sac, and this seems like a veritable source of a bunch of apiary stuff and joy. Hey, there it is. I was wondering where it is. Jetpack! Yay! Okay, so we're going to also need to get some feathers. So if I look around, I might be able to find some feathers, some chickens around. So I'll get the feathers, might be able to get some more stuff for linking books later on, and then I'll be able to make the scribing tools. Okay, 2 feathers, here we go. We're just going to need to make some glass bottles, and we'll use our ink sac as well as our feathers, and we'll make some scribing tools. So right click here, and we make a nice workbench, and this is actually quite fancy indeed. So let's put our excess over here, and we'll be able to make some fun stuff. So let's try that gold ingot thing again. So drop this in, bloop, and right click. I cannot record my findings for some reason. I wonder what that is for. Okay, let's refill our water bucket. Hopefully we'll be able to get a golem for that eventually. But let's check. So this is an interesting interface. I'll try to walk through it, though most of you guys already know what it is. So this is an arcane, not a workbench, but it's basically an arcane research table. Let's go with that. Where you use paper and items to research to determine some useful things. So basically all the stuff here, over here, is possible research that we can make, but we cannot currently make it because we do not know how to make it. Wow, that was a very lame explanation there, Way. I am so proud of you. Anyway, it means that we have to use this and research items. So for instance, as you can see, we have lignum, which is wood. So by putting these different things, as you can see, by shift clicking, you can see that there's certain aspects on it. Now putting it in, you can see that there's 8 lignum in this oak wood. And there is 2 in here. Now, you'll also see that there's a glowing 5. That is because it's getting reinforced. The trait is getting reinforced because of the ambience. So it's much more likely by having this 5 here that I'll find something. So here we have thorough and cursory. So by going through these 2, thorough means that it's more likely to find some sort of research, but it's more likely that we'll lose what we're researching. But other way is the other way is true for cursory, where we have a low chance to find something, but we have a low chance, equally so, of losing the item. So let's put a few logs in here and put it on thorough. I can see that our next research we cannot use paper to find. So I'm thinking we'll need to go grab some useful items. So let's go back to our domain, and I'm thinking redstone and coal will be useful, as well as glowstone. So let's get our redstone and coal. I have the redstone here, glowstone, and we should have a bit more coal. I believe we have a bunch of coal over here, so we might as well grab a bunch of it. Okay, so speaking of which, how is my quarry going? That's something that'd be very interesting. Okay, checking our quarry first off, we will want to see if both of them are still trekking away, whether there's any snags. No, there doesn't seem to be, so let's actually get this off because I'm a little leery around it. Okay, nothing really interesting, it doesn't seem like, but Santa's sleigh is delivering a lot of coal. So we can use this for researching all of those traits over there. And we got some more iron for our care package, so let's go back to our age, our magic age, and we'll be able to do a bit more research. Hopefully we'll get some interesting traits, because there are a few things with the tallow golems, or the golems in general, that I'd be very interested in. So let's put coal in. So there's 2 ignis on this, which means fire, 2 potentia, and 2 saxum. So let's research this, and we can see that our research, unknown theory, has ignis, and it doesn't have saxum, so we can see ignis is fully researched, and we have more potentia. But if we look at redstone, we have redstone also using potentia, so we might as well use this, because we might get machina. So this gets nitor, which I believe is a type of fuel. This glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to produce a cheat, though it could prove to be a steady source of light and energy. So this seems like it's not using machina, and judging by the description, glowstone will be useful. So either lux, which is the light, or visum, which is vision. I don't think it's the vision. There we go, and we just need a bit more potentia. Ignis is 100% complete. We're 95% here. So let's see, potentia is our highest, so we might as well go for this. And we have discovered nitor. So let's look. Nitor, so all we have to do is check the Thaumanomicon, and nitor is complete. It needs 6 lux, 4 potentia, and 4 ignis. So this is our light source, though I don't think that's something we're going to use much of, but let's see. It's going to require what? 4 potentia, 6 lux, and 4 ignis. And let's see. We're going to need 2 of these if we want to make it. And we're going to need 3 of these. So let's throw all these in. So 3 pieces of coal and 2 glowstone. Hey, 2 glowstone. So right clicking, we should get our first nitor. There we go. And all we have to do with this is right click it somewhere, and we got nitor. Light. Let there be light. And that actually looks pretty sweet. So, ooh, that actually seems like a good idea. Let's do that. Gonna make a few fences. Though it might not be as useful looking as the nether brick gate, and obviously I need to make some sticks instead. There we go. And here we go, and we got some fences. Let's put them around like so. Kind of looks like a candle. If this was white, that'd be even better. So let's throw this away. Then again, this fence can be used, so let's see if we can research anything with this stuff. That seems to be a negative. Okay, let's get our next thing. Let's research coal again. See if we can get anything. We got an unknown research. It doesn't use our saxum, though it uses ignis again, and it also uses potentia. Though it seems we got something else. So this is alumentum, which I believe is the fuel source. So it throbs with the fiery energy, and is more than eager to release that energy. And it may be unstable, but it would make a good source of fuel. So the potentia and the ignis would go to the fire and the energy part. But there needs to be a bit of instability. So what would represent instability? This, but I don't think any of those would be good. So let's get this. So fractus. Fractus, I believe we get from cobblestone. Yes, we do. So if we research cobblestone, we should be able to get the fractus that we need. We need a bit more potentia, yet again. But throwing this in, we'll get our alumentum, which, as we see, is this. So substance throbs with fiery energy and is more than eager to blah blah blah. So it needs 6 ignis, 6 potentia, and 3 fractus. So that would mean 3 of these and 3 of these. So let's make a bit more of that. So 6, which we need a water source apparently. And 6. Let there be light. Mwahaha. And we got 2 alumentum. Now I'm not sure how much energy this actually gives. So 1600 EU, 6.4k heat. So this is 4 times the strength of our coal. Now let's see, this is actually an interesting thing. Let's see if we can actually research this to get anything a bit more interesting. Yes, we got an unknown theory already. Probably requires the ignis, so let's see. So it does require the ignis, that we know. And it also requires something else from this, I'm sure. Fractus is probably a likelihood. Yes, it does require fractus. And it's requiring a lot of my cobblestone. And it also requires permutation. So basically the ability to change. Apparently our minium stone will not work on that. Shame. Would have been so useful. So we need something that will be an ability to change. Though I don't think we have anything that would have that. So until we get potentio, which doesn't seem like a likelihood at this point, we can't really do anything. Though we can probably look inside our chest area for that. So let's get our cobblestone back. And we're going to need to put this gunpowder. So we'll be able to make gunpowder. That means that gunpowder will be able to have that. So let's check. Ability to make gunpowder at any given time might be useful, and this is not here. So pulverized silver has that ability, and our bronze does as well, though I don't think anything else really other than our ores, which are very expensive. So let's see if we can get something else. I didn't find anything really, so let's actually just jump off that. And I found some old iron boots, which give quite a bit of stuff. So let's actually throw them in here, see if we actually get anything. Don't have enough charge to do anything, so this is probably bad. So let's get the stuff out of here, which we cannot do, which is an unfortunate circumstance. So we're going to need a better one to be able to use this. So we're probably going to have to break this. And that's unfortunate. Let's get this back down, please. Thank you very much. Okay. So we lost a bit of our armor, and which one did we throw? So that means our boots might be able to. Okay, come on. Throw in there. Good. Nope, not gonna happen. So let's place this down once again and get everything. So throw this in, throw that in, and we're going to need to grab that from the table and hopefully get something else. Now I think we can research gold, because gold nugget is one of the next things. So let's see what this is. Since elementum has such explosive properties, maybe you can harness some of what you have learned to create something much more mundane but just as explosive. So the gunpowder once again. But we're going to need to create some other things. Let's just search that. Ooh, metallum. So basic transmutation. This is another metallum, so we can throw this in and search it. And we don't know anything else there, so we're going to have to search something else that has a possible change. So maybe we can research tin, though I think gold is also a thing that we can throw in. So gold, let's throw the gold in, though we don't want to search too much. So cavus, which is an expensive, precious, or valuable. And once again, permutatio, which we don't have anything to do for permutatio. So I don't think we can do much in that way, unless we can find something else. Wait. You are no. Okay, permutatio. Wait, does crafting give permutatio? Let's check. No, that's some other thing, which is not permutatio for some reason. Huh. Okay, ooh, emeralds. Give 2 emeralds for the permutatio? Yeah, sure, let's see. Oh, that kind of makes sense why this would be it. But let's go for that. And we only have 60% anyways, and once we get that, we'll get basic transmutations, and we'll be able to change base metals into gold. So let's look around the base if we can get any sort of permutatio. It might be useful, and it will be useful for our sandy as well. Okay, looking around, our seeds seem to have a lot of permutatio. So, well, I say a lot in the fact that it actually has some. So maybe we can throw some seeds, and actually that kind of makes sense. Seeding the bit of knowledge that we have. So let's throw this in. And it seems Herba is upgraded here. Anyways, let's get this. We got our basic transmutation discovered. So now we should be able to make gold by using Cavrus and 2 metallum. We got 2 gold ingots. I might be able to see some sort of equivalent exchange loop using that. So by doing this again, we have permutatio again. So we got that. Let's throw metal in here. We'll be able to change another thing into some sort of other metal, but let's throw in, this is a tin transmutation, meaning that tin will be another thing. So vitreous will probably, yep, vitreous is the other aspect that we need, and we got tin transmutation easily enough. So let's see. By 3 metallum and 1 vitreous, we get 3 tin nuggets. That'll be useful. Now this thaumium will be something that we'll really want later on, but this basic alchemy and a little of that, no, we already got that, so we still need to get this research, though we're probably going to need that research as well. But let's throw in our Thaum ingot here, which will probably require that. So let's search that. So presentatio is something that we can use. Presentatio is something that's going to be a bit more difficult to get, actually. Probably throwing some water shards will get that up to snuff, though we don't want to use all of it. So let's actually take this and we'll get, oh, this is our thaumium. So let's throw our thaumium into here, and this will be something that we'll definitely want in the future to figure out. I don't know what thaumiums durability is in comparison to the other ones, though I'm sure it's definitely going to be worth a whack or something. Okay, I think we pretty much covered all that we can during this episode. I'm going to ask you guys whether you want to see me actually do all this mundane research, because I'm quite interested in it, though I do not want to spoil all the fun. I'll probably do researching off camera, though I'll wait for you guys to, well, decide whether you actually want me to show you the research or if you guys want to figure it out yourselves, because I personally believe that this researching mechanic of Thaumcraft is something that, well, you can look it up in a guide, but you can only really learn it once. So, if you want me to do it on here, just give me a shout. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. Stupid book ruining my mood. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.